Hello, my wonderfuls, lovelies, amazings, and beautifuls. Yes, that's you. I'm glad you know your name and you matter. Thank you for joining me on I Am Maggie. And what we are doing here is a slow crawl through the book, Excuses Be Gone by Wayne W. Dyer. Okay, and it's a book on how to change lifelong self-defeating thinking habits. So I know that there are always going to be pearls, tools, things in each of these books that you can pick up when I'm laying down what Dr. Wayne Dyer is laying down to help you in life, because these guys made these books to help us all. They cared about all of humanity and us reaching our highest potential. So we're going to get crack-a-lacking in this book. We're hitting chapter 1, which is, or part 1. We're going to go into part 1 and then chapter 1. So part 1 is identifying and removing habitual thinking. When you do get a chance, walk on over, crawl on over, whatever. I want you to hit like, hit that subscribe button, and leave your positive comments. I'd love to know what you're working on, but make sure you hit that like and subscribe. We're working on building this community here, and I really appreciate your support. Okay, so here we go. Don't believe everything you think. That's a good one. Think about that. Don't believe everything you think. As we know, many of our thoughts loop and loop and loop. 60,000, if not more, a minute, something. That's not correct, but it's a lot. And the bottom line is, if the loop in the program has a faulty program in it, what you're going to be looping into your mind, your nervous system, your heart, all that, not going to be good. And you're going to eventually, your body's, the subconscious knows it, the body's going to react in dis-ease or other types of symptoms, injuries and the such. All right, so don't believe everything you think. So part 1, identifying and removing habitual thinking. Okay, this is a quote by Lao Tzu. Every human being's essential nature is perfect and faultless. But after years of immersion in the world, we easily forget our roots and take on a counterfeit nature. All right, let's hear that again. Every human being's essential nature is perfect and faultless. But after years of immersion in the world, we easily forget our roots and take on a counterfeit nature. Lao Tzu. Okay, so we're moving into chapter 1. I love my little pom-pom pens, but here we go. Yes, you can change old habits. Yes, you can change old habits. Okay. I wasn't kissing her, I was whispering in her mouth. Chico Marx, his response to his wife when she caught him kissing a chorus girl. No, no, no. An excuse is worse and more terrible than a lie. Alexander Pope. An excuse is worse and more terrible than a lie. Okay, ponder. It's been said that old habits die hard, implying that it's next to impossible to change long-standing thoughts patterns. Yet the book you hold in your hands was created out of belief that entrenched ways of thinking and acting can indeed be eradicated. Furthermore, the most effective means for eliminating habitual thoughts is to go to work on the very system that created and continues to support these thinking habits. And we have to do, a lot of times we have to go inside, do that deep work. We have to touch what doesn't want to be touched. We have to look at what doesn't want to be looked at, and that takes bravery. And a lot of times you need to have a good support system and a good and trusted, therapist or friend. So I want to encourage you to get the support that you need while you're on this journey. Okay. Furthermore, the most effective means for eliminating habitual thoughts is to go to work on the very system that created and continues to support these thinking habits. The system is made of a long list of explanations and defenses that can be summed up into one word: excuses. So our excuses are explanations and defenses, okay? And of course, like if you study, you know, Richard Grannon or anybody in the field, they're going to tell you positive or negative, these things are trying to protect you. So we want to move out of the negative into the positive types of coping mechanisms. So hence the title of this book is really a statement to yourself, as well as to the system of explanations you've created. It is my intention that all excuses be gone. So it is our intention that all excuses be gone. So please intend that for, I know if you're listening to me, you are searching and you are working to heal self, or you're working to heal others. Whatever it is, you have a beautiful heart, and whatever needs to be cleansed will be. But just intend now, intend for all excuses to be gone. Excellent. Okay. Can I make dramatic changes in the way I live? Is it possible to change self-defeating thoughts and behaviors that have been my constant companion for as long as I can remember? Can I really do a U-turn and deprogram myself when I've never known any other way to think or act? Yes, yes, and yes. I've been depressed or stubborn or overweight or scared, clumsy, unlucky, or any other descriptor you choose to insert here my entire life. Is it even feasible or practical for me to contemplate removing these old and familiar ways of being and opening myself up to a brand new life? Yes. So I'm going to just say this. If you are here, you are awakened or awakening, and you are aware. You're not asleep. You're becoming more and more present and awake. And you have great power. With this great power comes great responsibility. So in these questions, he asked, these answers for us are yes. Can we make dramatic changes in the way we live? Yes. Is it possible to change self-defeating thoughts and behaviors that have been our constant companions for as long as we can remember? Yes. Can we really do a U-turn and deprogram ourselves when we've never known any other way to think or act? Yes. If you've been, insert here, whatever it is, depressed, stubborn, overweight, scared, anxiety, clumsy, unlucky, whatever, etc., your entire life, is it even feasible, yes, or practical, yes, for us to contemplate removing these old and familiar ways of being? Yes. And open ourselves up to a brand new life? Yes, yes, and yes. So I would really like to ask you to just go into your heart, go into your mind, and give yourself permission to do these changes, to make the moves, and to have this brand new life. Give yourself this permission. Intend this. You're not going to escape out of this book without formidable, lifelong change, because you are a change agent in this world. You're not going to sit back and stay asleep. You're going to get up and you're going to take action, and you're going to march in the direction of your dreams. You're going to heal yourself, and you're going to heal others, and you're going to upgrade humanity, because that's why we're here. We are here. You are very special to God. You are unique, and every single one of us is. But as the more of us can wake up out of the matrix, the more that critical mass lifts, and then all can awaken. Okay, so stay with it and intend, and use your will to receive this and do what we need to do. So this book is my answer to those questions. Yes, there is a way available to you right here and right now. You can relinquish any unwanted but long-held thoughts that have become your self-definition. Excuses be gone presents a powerful and easy method for removing deeply embedded thinking habits that are preventing you from being the person you want to be. The power of your beliefs to keep you stuck is enormous. Those deeply ingrained notions act as a chain restricting you from experiencing your unique destiny. So no. We will be experiencing our unique destinies here. So guys, be brave, step up, let's do the work. If you do the work will work you. So you have the capacity to loosen these chains and make them work for rather than against you, to the point that you can alter what you thought were scientific explanations for your human limitations and characteristics. You hear that? That's the reverse uno. Ole, we're not going to stay down in the hole. All right. I'm referring to things such as your genetic makeup, your DNA, or the early conditioning imposed upon you when you are an embryo, infant, and young child. And guys, the new biology with Dr. Joe Dispenza, with Dr. Bruce Lipton, with Dr. Greg Braden, guys, it's everywhere. I mean, they're, holding that information, trying to, but it's popping around in the globe. We can heal ourselves and we can heal each other if we are in our pure, clear, clean states. And so your DNA can't hold you back. Your genetic makeup cannot hold you back. I don't care what kind of abuse, trauma, toxicity, none of this can hold you back if you are willing to take the step of 1,000 miles. Just please take it, because you are worth it and all of mankind needs you. So we are one. We are together apart. So we do our work apart, like, we have these eternal things, but then it's connected to the quantum, so we do it together. And we bounce in and out of this all at the same moment, in the same reality. So please know your worth, that you are worth taking the steps of 1,000 and 10,000 miles, whatever it takes. And I'm going to encourage you, because I know this firsthand, persist, persist, persist. I'm going to do this book later, but Napoleon Think and Grow Rich, there's a thread that runs through there, many threads, and one of the threads, and it's in pretty much any spiritual teaching, to persist, never give up. There's always another realm to discover, and there's always another obstacle to overcome, and to increase your spiritual awareness, knowledge, and what you've got to give. Okay, yes, you read that correctly. Your beliefs, all those formless energy patterns that you've adopted as your self-image, have the ability to change dramatically and give you the power to conquer unwanted traits, or what you are unhappily presume to be your fate. The implicatable science of genetics, medicine, psychology, and sociology may cause you to feel helpless about overcoming proven facts that are said to determine virtually everything about you. I can't help the way I think. I always have been this way. It's my nature and it can't be changed. This is all I've ever known. After all, you take what's handed to you and you make the best of it. No. All of these are the laments of those who opt to use excuses to explain their lives away. Note, I will be using the word excuses for what many call conditioned ways of being. Okay, so he's referring to those conditioned ways of being, when one thinks they can't change, when they think they can't be helped, or when they think this is their lot in life and they have to take it. Okay, every self-limiting thought that you employ to explain why you're not living life to the absolute fullest, so you're feeling purposeful, content, and fully alive, is something you can challenge and reverse, regarding how long you've held that belief, no matter how rooted in tradition, science, or life experience it may be. Okay, so this is the beauty of sometimes my reading, because then we get to like examine things. But every self-limiting thought that you employed, or your parents employed, or your siblings employed, or your boss employed, or your kids employed, or your friends employed, whoever employed it, or you employed, to explain why you're not living the life to the absolute fullest, yeah, those So you feeling purposeful, content, and fully alive is something that this can be. If you're not living purposely content and fully alive, you can challenge and reverse this, regardless how long you've held that belief, no matter how rooted in tradition, science, or life experience it may be. Even if it seems like an insurmountable obstacle, like trauma, abuse, toxic situations, like a lot of things happening, whatever it is, guys, we can overcome it. So regardless of how long you've held the belief, and no matter what rooted in tradition, science, or life experience it may be, even if it seems like an insurmountable obstacle, you can overcome these thoughts, and you can begin to notice how they've been working to hold you back. Then you can embark on a deprogramming effort that allows you to live an excuse-free life, one day at a time, one miracle at a time, one new belief at a time. So you got this? You don't got to take the whole mountain on in one day. You just got to climb one step. Journey of 1,000 miles, journey of 10,000 miles, journey of whatever. It starts with one step. Usually the first step is the hardest to take because you have no momentum. But as you start building the momentum, your whole life will change. So one day at a time, one miracle at a time, one new belief at a time, and I would like to add one person at a time. All right, you guys, I want to thank you so much for joining me. And I hope you are seeing that you can do anything that we put our minds to. Like, we are one, we are part together and one. All right, when you get a chance, remember now, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and leave your positive comments. I'd love to hear them. All right? You know what's next? You know what's next. Peace in, peace